If we look, for example, at what happens with women in politics online in PNG, we have a lot of young women online. There's studies showing that young women in PNG have as much access to mobile phones as their male counterparts. That's interesting and important.
Mm-hmm. There's interesting points about how similar a lot of these online platforms are in terms of similarity to village life. Being able to actually sit in a circle and have a conversation with political actors and being able to have a fairly frank conversation in which you call them to account. And that's where I think that there's, we're not seeing a huge transformation as to how sort of, political processes might be occurring. You're certainly broadening the net, and you're broadening the kind of voices that are part of that conversation. And it's not going to transform the region, but it's certainly happening on a small basis, yeah.
So for example, one story that really strikes me in the Pacific is the BSP mobile banking story. So the Bank of South Pacific introduced mobile banking in 2011. In 2012, they had, I've got it here, 320,000 registrations and 6.8 million transactions in 2012. That's extraordinary. That's access to financial services using a particular technology that did not exist before. And again, we don't know what people are doing with those accounts, so we don't know what their transactions were for, sure, but something really big is happening, and it looks positive from here.
The great thing about the technology being able to shrink borders means that there's no reason why you can't code anywhere. Once you've been able to get the basic infrastructure, and some of the submarine cables that are now being rolled out across the Pacific will, I think, hopefully go a long way to that. Some of the work the University of South Pacific is trying to do with their own network as well to try and link educational institutions around the Pacific is going to help in that regard. But you can code anywhere.